I'm drinking some caffeine, hoping that'll keep my headache down. Anyway, so I was over on TikTok earlier, and there's this guy. He's a pharmacist, right? And he said that his pharmacy tried to order methadone, and the methadone is all out. And I'm supposing this is for people who are getting it, not the liquid, but the pills, right? Hey Donna, what's up, girl? And so, you guys, y'all said something about this a long time ago, and I was like, no, it'll never happen. We won't have a medication shortage. And I was bumping my dick sucker. And now, look, I think we might be going through a medication shortage.
It
Oh,
might
God.
just be certain,
Medications?
yeah, certain types, and maybe they couldn't get it from a certain, you know, producer. But I mean, there's multiple producers.
You know what I keep thinking, though? I keep thinking about how, like, Suboxone is the gold standard for opioid use disorder treatment, and how the government is pushing it so much right now that I can't imagine them allowing it to go out of production, you know? Not yet, Laser, not yet.
And I mean,
Hey, Pixie.
I wonder methadone, like it's probably produced with different chemicals than
Well, yeah.
bupil. So
Is methadone? Methadone's totally different than
I
buprenorphine.
mean, it's still a synthetic opiate, right? I mean,
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta take the medicine. So that way I can get through this thing. Okay, guys, y'all get to look at Neil for a second there. Sorry, they get to see you sleeping.
not sleep. I'm meditating.
Mm. He's meditating, he said, y'all. So, I don't know what's going on. No, not that I know of Suboxone. Suboxone, we're okay so far. But I don't know if you guys pay attention on TikTok and stuff, but there's always like these people making videos, and there's this guy. He's a pharmacist, and he was talking about how there has been shortages of methadone, shortages of Adderall, and there has been people who have been saying that they're getting their Adderall, you guys, and it's not working. Like it's like a half souped up version of Adderall. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have the same power that the other Adderall that they were taking does. And there's tons. Let me get my phone out. Let me show you guys. There's tons of videos all over TikTok. Hey, Allie, of people talking about getting their Adderall and it not working. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think is happening? Do you
Jamie, I
think
also
that
sent
they are like making? What do you think's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they? Is it a different kind of company making it, and it's just not as good at making the drug? I don't know. Like, but if you search, let me search it right now.
It has to go through like
Neil,
the
I'm
Food
telling
and
you,
Drug.
there's tons of videos, people saying that their ADHD meds are not working.
Well, that would mean that whoever's testing them and making sure
Excuse me.
that they're got the correct components in them.
My friends are saying that their ADHD medication isn't working the same anymore.
Anyone else's Vyvanse just not working lately?
Where I live, we don't have trouble with our medications getting them. The problem I'm having in the past month, I've noticed that some days it works and some days it doesn't. It's like a placebo half the time.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like a
My
placebo.
Adderall's not working.
My friends are saying that their ADHD medication.
My Adderall's not working.
Here's the girl's
I
page.
am diagnosed with ADHD. I got a new script about a week ago-ish, and the pills look a little bit different. The name actually
is not the exact same as my last one, which they normally are the same name. It says Adderall 20XR, whatever it is. Now it says something salts.
It says, I'm sure it says amphetamine salts is what it probably says, because it's some kind of generic. But there's tons of videos under this thing. My ADHD medication is not working now. Tons.
Sarah, I just want to let you know that
I don't know what's going on. Oh wow, iPon says CVS hasn't had Suboxone for me in months. Oh really? Where do you live at? Where do you live at? We live in Arkansas, in Little Rock, and we have you had problems getting your meds filled? No problems getting the Suboxones filled here. Y'all know that the place that I go through, Recovery Delivered, they have their own pharmacy. So if push comes to shove, like, you can go through them and they can ship you your subs. Florida. Oh, hey, RJ. Sorry. I didn't know that was you. I knew you were a damn moderator, though, on my page, so you had to be somebody. I know.
So what's he been doing? If CVS says, is he going somewhere else?
Are you going to another pharmacy, RJ? Or if you, I know that you were talking about not taking it anymore. No, they don't. Oh, you go to a local place. Yeah, like a little mom and pop shop. Yeah. So I'm kind of, what I don't understand is, okay, so I know that we're in a recession right now, right? But I don't understand why that has to do with with medication. Like, where does medication get made at? Is it because it's in another country? What if there's a shortage? Do you think that Recovery Delivered would suffer from that? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, with all the people that they have to service, I would hope not.
Might be trying to get the raw materials to make it, because you have to come up with certain chemicals and certain...
I have no idea. Anyway, I just thought I'd kind of talk to you guys.
When I worked at Kroger and we had a shortage of helium, but I mean, helium's like it's a natural gas pretty much. So when they don't have it, it's kind of one of those situations. They got to find somewhere else to get it from.
So did y'all ever have a shortage of medication when you worked there?
I don't. I mean, yeah, there was for. Remember when the flu thing, and there was a couple of times where like the producers couldn't keep up with, what was being sent out.
Oh, did you, I don't know if I don't know what time of that time it renews, but if you had that little star, it might be time for it to renew on it. I'm not sure. Still happening here in Canada, just not shown in the media. Oh, the truckers are protesting. So that could be something to do with it too, huh? Have they possibly changed the makeup of the med like was done with Oxycontin years back? Hey, Jessica, what's up? So I don't mean to get y'all scared or anything. I just saw that on TikTok and I was like, oh God, I gotta say something about that. So I thought I would come. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what I was telling y'all I was going to talk to you guys about today, which was the triggers thing. So me and my husband, you guys know we were both IV drug addicts. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We were both addicted to shooting up drugs, and like for the longest time, like syringes is a trigger, right? Well, how many years ago did Jenna get diabetes? 3, 4, 5?
It's been a couple. Yeah.
3 years ago, she got diabetes, and we had to start giving her insulin shots. Well, just because she comes down with diabetes doesn't mean that we have healed from the trigger of, those syringes. So we had to start giving her shots. And I was so worried, you guys. I was so worried that my husband was gonna like get triggered and he was gonna take those syringes and run off and go in relapse and all kinds of crazy shit was gonna go down, you know? That was my biggest fear. I knew I was gonna be okay because I just knew I was gonna be okay, but I don't know him, you know, sometimes he just does crazy shit. And so I was really worried about him having like a hard time with it, but he didn't. And I'm thinking, oh look, she made it to her bowl to drink some water.
Yep.
I was thinking if we can overcome that, then we can overcome anything. If we can overcome the trigger of the needle, then we can do anything. You know, that was like a huge trigger for us. Like it was just anytime I saw a syringe, it would make me shake and nervous. When I would get my blood drawn at the doctor, I would be nervous, you know. And so, I guess it's like when you have to do something and you have like we care about that little dog. We didn't want her to die. And so when your back is against the wall and you have to do something to make sure something lives, you can overcome it, man. And so it got me to thinking like all the other things that you could probably overcome that you struggle with triggers from, you know, anything really. Like I used to hate going down certain roads in Little Rock. And don't get me wrong, I don't really enjoy it. But like if I have to go down there, I'll go down there. Especially if it's for my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My oculus are foggy.
Probably because you're sweating, boy.
I know.
Yeah, you just need to wipe them off.
You're in there just getting it. What are you playing?
Gorilla Tag.
Oh, is that like a exercise game?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Well, you move your arms a lot to move, so.
So yeah, you have to move like this to like.
Yeah, wipe your face down real quick so it's not.
Love you.
Like with this.
No, use a towel right there.
Is that an anchor shift?
No, that's for the dusting. There you go.
You turn gray.
Go get you a workout, boy. I've been prescribed Adderall for 15 years and haven't been able to get it filled for 6 months. They say it's high demand, low supply, a lot to overprescribing with all the telemedicine during the pandemic. Oh, I'm sorry. Our subscription during live. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. You can go out of here, out of this live, and go to the link in the description. I think everyone has triggers. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Cash in hand is a huge trigger. Yeah, for a lot of drug addicts, cash in hand is a huge trigger. Whenever I first got sober, so one of the jobs that I'm like really good at is bartending and waiting tables. I can wait tables and bartend all day long till the cows come home. I love talking to new people. I've never met a stranger. Put me on the line. Let me go out there and wait a table or bartend. I'm ready to go. Come on, coach, put me in, you know? And I couldn't get a job doing that because I was like, I will have so much money to spend, I will end up making a mistake, especially being in a restaurant, in the restaurant, you know, people around me that are using at the restaurant. So I don't care what nobody says. I've never worked at a restaurant where people were not using drugs. You know, like the line cook is snorting cocaine, so-and-so's taking Xanaxes in the bathroom, you know, like everybody in the restaurant business, or at least a lot of people in the restaurant business use drugs. And so when I first got sober, I didn't get a job doing that. I got a little job working at a sandwich shop, making sandwiches, because I just really wanted to make sure that I did something different this time. You know what I mean? I saw my doctor last night. He told me exercise will cure my pain instead of my pain meds. Oh no, Patricia. Isn't that what they always say? Just like, listen to me. That is like a spit in the face, honestly. I mean, yeah, you could do some stretches or something, girl. Okay, but totally curing your pain. I'm so sorry that they're doing that to you. Hey Trish, what's up, honey? Thank you, I appreciate you. It's really sad about how a lot of you guys who have chronic pain, what y'all are going through to get your medications. Like a lot of these doctors are scared to prescribe to you guys because of the DEA and the CDC and all that bullshit, whatever. What about a song? Y'all want to know my biggest song triggers? So when I was in the heat of my injecting Roxy addiction, I used to listen to Lil Wayne like it was going out of style. And for some reason, I don't know if in my head I was a stripper and Lil Wayne was the music in the background while I was stripping or what. But I would be fucking throwed. I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 Roxy 30s deep, okay, at some dude's house, incapacitated, like not even functioning, not even awake. I was out of commission, right? And that music would be playing as loud can be. And it was at that time where his song She Will came out. And that song would just be boom and a boom and a boom, boom, boom in the background. And that's all I could hear. And every time I hear that song, I think of being passed out naked at this dude's house who was selling drugs, right? And all these people were coming in the house, and I was just naked on the couch, naked across this dude, and he's like getting in his pill bottle, getting in them and handing them out to everybody, and I'm just naked there. And I remember my friend Jen called me the next day. She goes, "You were butt ass naked, dude, and he just had his pills laid out on you, and this, that, and the third." And I was just like, "What? Oh my God. Oh my God." I was really in a bad way. I distracted myself so far by watching, the Murdaugh trial, however you say their last name. That's a good idea. I love watching that kind of stuff. Tramadol. Oh gosh, don't take too many of those, Pamela. You can have a seizure, okay? Please be careful. Once I met my husband, he didn't let me go out. He didn't let me go out looking like that now. But before I met my husband, I would put myself in such compromising situations because I would get so fucked up around people. You know, there's only a couple people that would actually really look out for me and make sure that I wasn't looking like a dumbass fool like that time. Oh, are you talking about the girl who killed her kids, Rob? The one who that they were saying had postpartum psychosis or something like that? And one time Neil and he ran out of, I think it was methadone, and the doctor gave him tramadol, like a dick face, to try and replace it. And my husband took a whole bunch of tramadol and had a seizure. It was so scary. It was the scariest thing in the whole wide world. I thought he was going to die. We were in our apartment. I slung my the door open, and I said, "Call 911, somebody help." And Joe from across the hallway ran over. And Neil was on the bed like this with his hands like this. And like, I stuck my fucking finger in his mouth because he was like, never do that. Never do that if somebody's having a seizure. And I had nails, like nails. And he bit my nail clean off of my finger. It just fell right off. But I thought he was going to die. I thought he was going to choke on his tongue. So I started, I didn't know what to do. If that ever happens, you like grab something like their wallet or something and have them bite down on it or something like that. You know what I mean? Postpartum psychosis is here in Boston. Was prescribed 12 meds. They said interaction caused her to be a zombie. No, they had her on 12 different medications. Yeah, that's so sad, you guys. Postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis is real, okay? And a lot of women do not get listened to by these doctors. They just slough them off, Well, so our dog, we have actually been doing really good. We don't have any problem with giving our dog injections at all anymore. At the beginning, Neil would just do it because I was like, I don't even want to touch that thing, And then after he did it for like probably 6 months or so, then if he forgot to, or if he needed me to do it, I would do it. And we just kind of we just kind of, gradually took turns doing it, Hey, Kimmy. And now we are completely fine. We have a big ass box of syringes on top of our fridge. And it's because we have to give the dog shots. I mean, what are we going to do? Let her die? You know what I mean? If she doesn't have those shots, you guys, she'll just start peeing everywhere and she can't hold her pee in. It'll just be terrible. And so we have to give them to her, you know. Some say she was on 12 meds at once, and others are reporting that she had tried 12 different meds over a period of time. I dealt with postpartum psychosis, and it was the scariest time of my life. Hallucinations, insomnia, paranoia. Girl, that sounds like methamphetamine addiction. Look at me. I've never been through postpartum psychosis, but I've been through meth addiction, and it is exactly like that. Hallucinations, insomnia, paranoia, voices. If I don't go to sleep for like a couple of days from method, probably after about 3 or 4 days, if I haven't slept, then it's all over, and I start talking to people that aren't really there. And that is the worst. I get scared. Like I will think that mean people or like ghosts or demons or something are coming after me, you know? What I was telling you guys about triggers earlier today was that Melissa came in and she said something about impulse control, and that's exactly what it is. So like whenever you have a trigger, you have to retrain your brain and you have to have impulse control. So like if your thought is to, you know, go to the liquor store and get a bottle of liquor, you have to have some kind of wherewithal to say, okay, if I go to the liquor store and get a bottle of liquor, is that going to make my situation better or is it going to make my situation worse? You know what I'm saying? So you have to have some kind of like emotional sobriety, I feel like, to be able to say, pause, wait a second. Would smoking, drinking, shooting, eating, smoking, snorting, whatever substance I want, will that make my situation better? Is it going to give me more than just minutes of relief, right? And if we are all really honest with ourselves, we're only going to get minutes of relief, right? We're going to get minutes of relief, okay? And then what's going to happen? Then we're going to have guilt and shame. We're going to have guilt, shame, remorse, disappointment. We're going to be beating ourselves up. We're going to feel like, why did I do that? I should have never done it. It wasn't really worth it. Blah, 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 you know? My cravings are insane now. My client is on comfort care. And so, oh gosh, Kimmy, that is very, very triggering. I just keep telling myself I never want to go through withdrawal or pause again. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yes. So RJ, that's how my sister's bipolar is. Like it can keep her up for days without sleeping. And so if we can think about it, if we can pause and say, okay, drinking and using is only going to compound my situation. I do not need to drink or use, right? Like today, B was struggling because she wanted to smoke marijuana, and she's been doing really good, and she has been on a streak of not smoking. And so we asked her, I said, well, is smoking going to make your situation better or worse? Is it going to compound the situation? And she said, it'll give me some minutes of relief, but then after that, no, it's not going to help at all, you know? Oh, good, Trish. That's awesome. And I know that's hard to ask yourself that. And I know, like, at the end of the day, if we really wanted to, what we were going to do, we're going to do it. You know what I mean? But if you're asking yourself, if you're saying, damn, I'm triggered, that tells me that you don't want to really use. That tells me that you're saying, like, I'm struggling. I need to take a step back and fucking reevaluate the situation, you know? And like totally buying a bunch of Xanax, Trish, like you could literally die. There's like so many drugs that are, fentanyl is being mixed in everything. And that's what makes me so worried for so many people that are struggling with addiction, is that like, it's not like whenever I was using drugs. When me and my husband were using drugs, you could go buy a Roxy 30 and it was a Roxy 30. Now, if you want to buy a Roxy, it's a fucking pill of fentanyl. You know what I mean? It's like not even close to being like it used to be. Hey, Jessica, what's up? Friday night, we're going to go live, just so y'all know, for the members and patrons. We're going to go live at 7 Central, and that will probably be a really long live because we're going to wrap up everything that happened this week. We're going to talk about all the things that I'm not talking about on these videos because I'm just trying to, like, not talk about that bullshit. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about everything we want to talk about. Anything y'all want to talk about. Yeah, see, whenever, the kind of fentanyl that we did was in patches. And so, like, we could, every now and then we would get a hold of, like, a couple of fentanyl patches from somebody's mom or grandma. And, we would suck the gel out of them and stuff, that kind of bullshit, or stick it on ourselves and then stick it on ourselves for a little bit and then stick it on our friend. But now it's just like, so it scares me. It scares me. It scares me so bad, you guys, for people that are, in addiction now. Yeah, I don't want none of that. Everybody that like the people that we know that have fentanyl addictions here have, like, one of Neil's old co-workers passed away, and that's fucking scary. I don't want to lose anybody. I had to come on here and talk about that medication shortage with you guys, though, because it really kind of has me concerned too. And I'm going to keep an eye on the Suboxone situation, and I'll let y'all know how it goes here in Arkansas. Okay. I don't know, so far so good, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this is like a sign that I need to, like, try to get off Suboxone. I don't know. I just don't want to be stuck, Thanks, Patricia. Yeah, y'all, everybody find out in their states. Find out in your states and then come back and check back with me and let's write it. I want to keep a little list. Nope, I'm not far from Texas. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Carrie. I really, really am. Tomorrow I have to wake up early, y'all, so I'm going to get off here because I have to get my teeth done tomorrow at 8:30. But I wanted to come on because I told you guys I would. I'm so sorry I was late. I just had a really bad migraine. But tomorrow I'm going to go get my teeth done. And then when I come back, it depends on what all work they do to my mouth. If it's not a lot of work and I can come on straight away, I'll just come on and chat with you guys. But if not, I'll be on at 7 Central with my patrons and members. Okay, guys? And I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate all y'all hanging out with me. I'm going to be uploading some shorts tonight that I'm grabbing over from my TikTok account because I have so many videos over there that you guys haven't even seen over here. So I want to get those downloaded and put over here. I uploaded a video about harm reduction, and it was because somebody commented on my Instagram post and was, like, shaming me for telling somebody to make sure their friend has clean syringes. And it's like, you guys, if somebody's already using drugs, the least we can do is make sure that they have clean syringes so they don't spread diseases or contract diseases. Oh, there's a medication shortage, Carrie, and I'm trying to figure out if there's going to be a Suboxone shortage. And so that's what I was saying, like, having hepatitis C just totally, I'm going to leave it up. Having hepatitis C, you guys, totally made my situation harder and more complicated. And it would have been so much better if I didn't have to deal with that. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I should have been able to go to the damn pharmacy and get syringes and not have to use the same one over and over and over and over again. Okay. There's fentanyl test strips that you can order off Amazon, Randy. There's also, if you go to, like, harmreduction.org online, they can send you fentanyl test strips and you can test your drugs with those. But, like, doing that, so that way a person who is using meth doesn't get fentanyl in their meth and die. Like, that's not enabling somebody. Okay, That is helping somebody to not die, because people who are addicts, who are using drugs, they're going to use no matter what. And so people who are, using, if they die, they can't recover. So helping them with things like that is not enabling. Okay. So I love you guys. Go look on Crazy Legs. It was a methadone med shortage. Go look on TikTok. Just type in, med shortage, and all these videos will come up, and you'll see them. But yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you guys about that harm reduction video. There was like all these people commenting on my Instagram saying that I was enabling them, and I'm like, are you kidding me? No. Well, I'll report back to you and let you know. I'll grab some videos from over there and I'll stitch them and I'll let you know, okay? All right. I love you guys. Good night. Everybody be good, and I'll see y'all tomorrow after I get my teeth fixed. All right. Bye.